friends, welcome to my channel Study Zone Never Stop Learning। आज मैं आपको क्लास 10 सोशल साइंस 75 इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन सोल्यूशन पार्ट 2 कराऊंगी। तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं आंसर 37 से। अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन द यूनियन गवर्नमेंट हैज़ द पावर टू लेजिस्लेट on these residuary subjects. Answer 38. In a federal form of government, the central government shares its power with the various constituent units of the country. In a unitary form of government, all the power is exercised by only one government. For example, in Sri Lanka, the national government has all the powers. Answer 39. Indian federalism is a threefold distribution based on three lists. First, union list on which center make laws such as defense, currency, etc. State list on which state make laws such as police, trade, agriculture, etc. Concurrent list on which both center and state legislate such as education, marriage, etc. Answer 40. Parties contest elections. Parties put forward different policies and programs and the voters choose from them. Parties play a decisive role in making laws for a country. Parties form and run governments. Answer 41. The Golden Quadrilateral is a national highway network connecting most of the major industrial, agriculture and cultural centers of India. It forms a quadrilateral connecting the four major metro cities of India, which are Delhi North, Kolkata East, Mumbai West and Chennai South. Answer 42. The type of tourism may be developed. India state union territory is more popular zoos and wildlife sanctuaries because it is popular among the world. Answer 43. Chennai International Airport, previously known as Madras International Airport, is located in Tirusulam, a suburb 7 km south of Chennai in the state of Tamil Nadu, India. It was one of the first airports of India and served Air India flights from Mumbai during the 1950s. Tourism helps in providing the much needed foreign exchange. It helps in expanding business of the local businessmen. It helps in the flourishment of traditional arts and culture. Answer 45. The significance of border roads is that they are important roads as they improve accessibility in areas of difficult terrain. These roads have also helped in the economic development of border roads. Answer 46. The exchange of goods among people, states and countries is referred to as trade. Trade between two countries is called international trade, whereas trade between two places within a country is called local trade. This trade is carried on in cities, towns and villages. Answer 47. It is a very costly mode of transport and hence not accessible to the common people. It is only possible if places have helipads and airports. Note, air transport is one of the fastest and most convenient mode of transport but is too expensive to be used by the common man. Answer 48. Marmagar is a seaport situated in the eponymous taluka of the district of South Goa, Goa State, India. Answer 49. Dense and efficient network of transport and communication. We use different material and services in our daily life. Some of these are available in our immediate surroundings, while other requirements are met by bringing things from other places. Movement of these goods and services can be over 3 domains of Earth. Today, the world has converted into a large village with the help of efficient and fast moving transport. Transport has been able to achieve this with the help of equally developed communication system. Therefore, transport, communication and trade are complementary to each other. Today, India is well linked with the rest of the world despite its vast size, diversity, linguistic and socio-cultural plurality. Answer 50. The importance of inland waterways declined in the wake of rapid development of road and rail transport. Deforestation of hill slopes has led to erosion and silting of rivers, which has made navigation difficult and has also affected the inland waterways. Answer 51. Roads can traverse more dissected and undulating topography in comparison to railways. They can also negotiate higher gradients of slope and can transport mountains such as the Himalayas. Road transport is economical in transporting few persons and relatively small amount of goods over short distances. Answer 52. Air transport is preferred mainly in the northeastern states of India. The reasons are it can cover very difficult terrains like high mountains, dreary deserts, dense forest with great ease. The northeastern part of the country is marked with the presence of big rivers, dissected relief, dense forest, and frequent floods and international frontiers, and the travel has made access to these places easier. In northeastern states, there are special provisions to extend services to the common people. Fastest mode of transport, luxurious and comfortable. Answer 53. Haldia Port was built as a subsidiary port to relieve the mounting pressure on the Kolkata port. Answer 54. The main aim of the French revolutionaries was to overthrow the monarchical rule and the ancien regime in France and the establishment of a republican government. Answer 55. Following are the three important reasons why the decade of 1813 is known as the Great Economic Hardship in Europe. During the 1830s, there was large-scale unemployment in Europe. In most of the European countries, employment opportunities were low in number, whereas job seekers were many. Answer 56. A new French flag, a tricolor, replaced the royal standard. The Estates General was renamed the National Assembly and was selected by a group of active citizens. New hymns, oaths, and marches commemorated in the name of the nation. A central administrative system made uniform laws for the entire nation. Answer 57. Prussia soon became the leader of the German unification movement. Its chief minister Otto von Bismarck was the architect of the process with support from Prussian army and Prussian bureaucracy. The unification process was completed after Prussia won wars with Austria, Denmark, and France over 7 years' time. Answer 58. He claimed that the real German culture was the culture of the common people. Das war. Also, he said that the true spirit of the nation, Volksgeist, could be effectively popularized only through folk songs, folk poetries, and folk dance. Answer 59. He established civil code in 1804, also known as the Napoleonic Code. It did away with all privileges based on birth. It established equality before the law and secured the right to property. He simplified administrative divisions, the abolished feudal system, and freed peasants from serfdom and manorial dues. Answer 60. Imperialism is the state policy practice or advocacy of extending power and dominion, especially by direct territorial acquisition or by gaining political and economic control of other territories and peoples. Answer 61. The various classes and groups of Indian participated in the civil disobedience movement due to their own limited motives. To them, Swaraj meant something they carved for. For example, to businessmen, Swaraj meant a time when colonial restrictions on business would no longer exist and trade and industry would flourish without constraints. Similarity to rich peasant classes, Swaraj was a struggle against high land revenue. Women took Swaraj as the attainment of elevated status and equality with men in Indian society. Poor peasants considered Swaraj as the time when they would have their own land, would not have to pay rents or to beggar. Working class dreamed for high wages and excellent working conditions, hence Swaraj was different for different classes and group of Indians. Answer 62. Many Congress leaders were elected to boycott the council elections scheduled for November 1920 and they feared that the movement might lead to popular violence. In the months between September and December, there was an intense tussle within the Congress. For a while, there seemed no meeting point between the supporters and the opponents of the movement. Finally, at the Congress session at Nagpur in December 1920, a compromise was worked out and the non-cooperation program was adopted. Answer 63. Colon- Colonization affected people's freedom and nationalist sentiments surged during the process of struggle against imperial domination. The sense of oppression and exploitation became a common bond for people from different walks of life, and this resulted in the growth of nationalist ideals. Thus, growth of nationalism in the colonies is linked to anti-colonial movements. Answer 64. The effects of non-cooperation on the economic front were more dramatized. Foreign goods were boycotted and eliminated from the markets. Liquor shops were picketed and foreign cloth was burned in large bonfires. The import of foreign cloth reduced to half between 1921 and 1922. Answer 65. Swaraj was the term which meant different things to different people. Middle class spreading education and a share in the administration was Swaraj for them. For peasants, reduction of land revenue was Swaraj for small peasants. Rich peasants, Swaraj for them was struggle against high revenues. Answer 66. Indians outraged by the Rowlatt Act. It had given the government enormous powers to repress political activities. It also permitted the detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Answer 67. In retaliation, the demonstrator attacked and set fire to a police station in which 22 policemen were died. After looking at these incidents, Mahatma Gandhi decided to call off the non-cooperation movement and felt that Satyagrahi needs to be properly trained before they get ready for mass struggle. Answer 68. Foreign trade. Foreign trade is the trade between different countries of the world. It consists of imports, exports. It helps in connecting the markets of different countries across the world. Foreign investment. Foreign investment provides an inflow of foreign capital and funds and not goods. Answer 69. Removing barriers or restrictions set up by the government is known as liberalization. With the liberalization of trade, businesses are allowed to make decisions freely about what they wish to import or export. The government imposes lesser restrictions than before and is therefore said to be more liberal. Answer 70. Yes, more Indian companies should emerge as MNCs. It would benefit the people in the country in the following ways. New job opportunities have been created by the emergence of Indian companies as MNCs. Local companies that provide raw material and other services to these companies have prospered. Answer 71. Globalization for small producers and workers. It has led to widening of income inequalities among various countries. Workers' jobs are no longer secure. Expansion of unorganized sector. Small manufacturers have been hit hard due to severe competition. Answer 72. In the case of Chinese toys, quotas should be used as trade barriers to a limited extent to protect the Indian producers of a similar nature of toys which are being imported. This should be done so that both Indian and Chinese toys compete on an equal footing in the Indian market. Will lead to a healthy competition so that the quality of toys will improve. Also, Indian manufacturers will need to earn only reasonable profits. If Chinese toys were totally restricted, Indian manufacturers will be tempted to lower their quality and increase prices, thus harming the customers. On the other hand, if there are no quota restrictions on Chinese toys, China will dump toys in the market, reducing the sales of the Indian producer and also harming the customer, as then the customer will not have a free choice at a competitive price. Answer 73. Modern currency is accepted as a medium of exchange. Modern currency is accepted as medium of exchange because it is authorized by the central government of a country. In India, RBI issues the currency notes, and it is illegal for any other organization or individual to issue the currency. Answer 74. Manav will decide whether to borrow from the bank or the money lender on the basis of following things: comparison between the rate of interest charged by the two sources, availability of the eligible documents required by the bank to approve his loan, mode of repayment of the loan. Answer 75. The share of formal sector credit is higher for the richer households compared to the poorer households. It is because poverty affects poor households' capacity to borrow. Formal sector credit requires proper documents and collateral as security against loans. अगर आपको मेरी ये वीडियो 75 इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस आंसर्स पे पसंद आई हो तो इसे लाइक सब्सक्राइब शेयर करना ना भूलें, और अगर आपको इसमें कोई भी डाउट हो तो कमेंट बॉक्स में डाल दें। थैंक यू।